Welcome to Limor TV, the place to be to learn about money and get inspired to take small steps to improve your finances. While I'm not a financial planner, I'll show you what I've learned. In today's episode, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on sunk costs. Come on, this will be captivating. While sunk costs are often thought of as a business term, they apply very well to your personal finances. Sunk cost is when you spend money, time, or effort on something and you can't get it back, no matter what you do. It has been argued, and I agree, that you should not make a decision in the present or the future taking into consideration sunk costs. Let me give you an example. I was on my way to the airport. I was 3/4 of the way there when I got a text message saying that my flight was canceled and there were no other flights going out that day. What was I to do? Should I have gone all the way to the airport just because I had already spent the cab fare for 3/4 of the way there? Of course not. That's ridiculous. But it's easy to rationalize sunk costs in that example. In other instances, it's less obvious and it's harder to rationalize not taking the sunk costs into consideration. Let me give you another example. I was recently going to be playing in a golf tournament. I signed up in advance and I paid for it. Now, I'm not an avid golfer at all, but I do like to get out there every so often. Take a quick look. Anyways, I paid in advance to play in this tournament, but as it was getting closer to the day, I was recognizing that things were not starting to look my way. Things at work were getting really crazy and I knew that it would be less feasible for me to be able to take the time off work to go and play. I had some transportation hiccups. I don't know if you know, but I don't own a car. I sold it a few years ago, which was the best financial decision I ever made. I'll tell you about that another time. But the transportation that I had organized wasn't quite working out. Also, the weather forecast was expecting some thunderstorms. It was now the day before the event. I didn't know what to do, and I was feeling really guilty about the money that I had already spent. But then I stopped and I thought of it as a sunk cost. I knew I couldn't get a refund and I couldn't get the money back no matter what I did. So I thought about what would be the best decision in the present based on the information that I had. I decided not to play and I had a clear mind about it. Now, there are some instances where taking into consideration the sunk cost can actually cost you a lot more money going forward. Let me give you another example. One of my good friends has season's tickets to the baseball game. Her dad bought them for her because on occasion they like to go together. Now, she doesn't even love baseball all that much, but her dad paid for the tickets, so she feels guilty not to go. So, begrudgingly, in most instances, she actually goes to the game. But when she goes to the game, she also pays for overpriced drinks and overpriced snacks, and overall, it ends up being a really expensive event, just because she felt guilty about money that was already spent. And then when she comes home, she gives me a call and lets me know that she feels even more guilty for the extra money that she spent rather than just for the cost that her dad paid for the tickets. Sunk costs happen all the time on individual payments or recurring payments. You guys know me, I don't like to be wasteful with money. But if the money has already been spent, I recommend that you not take it into consideration when making your present decision. That brings me to today's tweetable. Think rationally. If you've already spent the money and it's gone, make the best decision for the present. Here's my challenge to you. Now that you understand what sunk costs are and how they work, I want you to think about a time where you actually had to make a decision and maybe you took sunk costs into consideration. Now that you truly understand what a sunk cost is, would you make the same decision? Leave a comment below and let me know what you would do differently this time around. Did you like this video? Did you learn something? Subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And if you want even more tips and tricks to make your financial journey fun and exciting, trust me, it is fun and exciting.
Come on over to limormarkman.money and sign up for email updates.
Remember, I'm not here to change who you are or how you live your life. I just have strategies to make you even more financially fabulous. And you don't have to change what you're doing all that much. Be proud that you're learning and taking small steps to improve your finances. It will give you confidence and peace of mind. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time on Limor TV.